Hi everyone, this is Evie at Quesadot, and I'm gonna try and share with you the mini that is not so me, or the album journal. I don't even know what to call it because it's a mixture of like all of them together. But this is what I created for my nephew. Um, my sister, who lives in Massachusetts, is not a crafter at all, and she had her first child a year ago, so he's 1 year old now, a year and a little bit more. And so I made this for her to add her pictures and journaling and information about him. And I started this before I went to Vermont, and I finally finished it today. So let me share with you. I'm almost finished because I ran into problems with the binding. So I'll explain that later on. But let me start by showing you what I created. And this was inspired by watching Lydia and Karen and Jennings. They were all showing their tiles that they were working on. So this is my own little version of it. What I did was I printed out pictures of him from Facebook. So this is the first picture of him when he was born, and that's like what hangs at the bottom of the big charm that I created for the album. And I just hung that from one chain that I had. It was the only like silver tone chain that I had that worked for this. So I was planning on using one of the Tim Holtz keychain holders that Olga had sent me, but it didn't match the chain, so I ended up using one of those regular rings that I just added some ribbon to. So there's a whole bunch of colored ribbons. And then when I just made a couple of charms with pictures of him. So this one has this, and then at the back it says love, and it's all like sealed with glossy accents. Then I added this little charm here. I only had 2 charms that I could use like for this. Well, actually a third one, because I found this little cross charm that I just embedded into the back of this circle one. And I had a picture of both of them, my sister and him at the beach, and then this other super cute one of his smiling. He's always smiling. And that has a little charm over here of a little boy, which is like the only other like boyish charm that I had, because all I have left is from like my charm collection. I have like wine charms. I have a few of those, and then I have like holiday Christmas ones. The rest had nothing to do with like children or anything like that, so I couldn't add too many of the charms to this, and I wanted to keep it boyish. So this is another picture of him, and on the back of that I wrote besitos, and I added some buttons to the back. And then at the top there's a last picture of him like in a little one of like those like little tube things that are in playgrounds. Super cute picture. And all these circles I cut out of Sizzix die, and I have this one, and this is a 1 1/4 inch, and then I have this other one that's 1 1/2 inch. And I bought these from the Sizzix, not the outlet but the online store, last year. So and the next thing that I did was out of medium chipboard, the one that I buy at Joann's, I painted this background. Let me see if you can see that. So I painted that with acrylics, and this I did before I left, and then I sealed it with acrylic medium, like the gel medium. And on top of that, so it has like all the clouds and the sky, and then like the smoky cloud coming out of the engine of the back of the plane. You know how they move. And then the only thing that's missing here is a little tile that I finished creating today, that's either going to go down here at the bottom or up here at the top. And it looks like this. It's still like drying, so I don't want to play too much with it, but that's what it looks like. I added a little eyelet piece to it, and it's embedded in the glossy accents. So that's going to be either glued up here at the top or at the bottom down here. So I'm still playing with that. Let me put it here so it doesn't get all damaged. And then for the image here in the front, what I did was that I added these that I had bought, thinking of doing something for him. These I got at a local store here, the Capri store that I usually go to. And this one had the train and the plane, so I picked the plane for this. And it's made out of like it's like a felty, thin felt. So I added this to the front of the album, and then the back of the album is also painted like with the acrylics and sealed. So that's what. Ooh, sorry. Let me open that light again. Let there be light. Let there be light. And I'm probably gonna have to split this into more than one video because it's a 12 by 12, so it kind of like takes a little while to explain everything. I'll try to go fast. So on this side over here, there's a pocket, like a side pocket with some little tags, and then on the back I just hid like 2 little circle templates that she could use to cut pictures. She can draw, like use that template to draw on the pictures and cut the shapes. And then there's another pocket here that she can add some like documents or whatever she wants to add in there, or maybe plane tickets or whatever from their trips. And it says down here at the bottom, it just says, oh boy. And then when you move to the side over here, she has another little like pocket thing. And this come in a set for like a mini album, but I just took the set apart and used some of the pieces. So I added ribbon here, a gingham ribbon here, and a little magnet that I just cut out. And there's 2 K & Company tags in here. One says playtime and the other one has a little doggy because they have 2 dogs and he loves playing with them. So that's what's in that little pocket. And then over here she has this long pocket here that you can see like towards the side. Let me see. Oops, sorry. It has a decoration on the side and then the long pocket, and then she has these 4 tags in there that I created for her. And then they're like these 2 are painted, and then I added some embellishment to them, and then these 2 are blank with like just embellishments. So let me show you the collections that I use, because I mixed a whole bunch of things like I usually do. I used this paper pad, the little toot from Kaisercraft, and it has all those pattern papers in it, and it also has like the little die cuts on the back. So I used a whole bunch of those. I mixed that with some papers from this collection that is from Simple Stories, and it's called Awesome. I think I showed this before when I did the big letters for that other little boy that I created things for. And then I used the little boy collection from Eco Park. So that has these papers in it and all these embellishments because I bought the kit. And I'm running out of batteries. I can't believe this. So I'm gonna have to stop and continue on another one. But those are the papers that I use for the creation of this album, and I'm gonna have to make a part 2 and share with you the rest of this album. So I'll see you later.